Hello and welcome to Pyjama Preaching for Monday the 8th of June. Session 16. Does it seem like we've had 16 sessions? Looking at Ecclesiastes 7 now, verses 15 down to 29. The heading is Righteousness and Wisdom Are Elusive. Back to the wind and catching it in its elusive nature. The teacher writes, "In my vain life I have seen everything." And we now know that vanity is emptiness. So the teacher is saying, in my empty life, in the world in my head, I've seen everything. And then he gives us some contrasting examples. He says there are righteous people who perish in their righteousness, and there are wicked people who prolong their life in their evil doing. Don't be too righteous. Don't act too wise. Why should you destroy yourself? Don't be too wicked. Don't be a fool. Why should you die before your time? It is good that you should take hold of the one without letting go of the other. For the one who fears God shall succeed at both. So it's keeping your foot in both camps. He then says that wisdom gives strength to the wise, more than 10 rulers that are in a city. Now there's a story in the Bible that speaks of Solomon, and as a young man who, after God offered him anything his heart's desired, he requested wisdom. And in response to his humble wish, God said to Solomon, "Because this was in your heart, and you have not asked for riches or wealth or honour or life of your enemies, nor have you asked for long life, but have asked for wisdom and knowledge for yourself, that you may judge my people over whom I have made you king. Wisdom and knowledge are granted to you. And I will give you riches and wealth and honour, such as none of the kings who have been before you, nor shall any after you have the like." So that was wisdom. And I'm not sure whether wisdom, how we use it very well. And the preacher observes, "Surely there is no one on earth so righteous as to do good without ever sinning." And he's quite right, until, of course, wind the clock forwards to Jesus, who was without sin. And the teacher then gives us words of wisdom. Do not give heed to everything that people say, or you may hear your servant cursing you. Your heart knows that many times you have cursed others. There was an American baseball player called Eric Davis whose career spanned 17 years in the 70s, 80s. And he said, "I don't listen to what people say about me, and I don't read what they write about me. People can compare me to anyone they want to, but I'm not going to worry about it." But now the media mob, the online mob, can destroy a reputation at the press of a few keys without needing any evidence at all. All of the writing and everything have brought about conversations from both camps, disagreements, agreements. Maybe he was right. Just don't listen to what people are saying. The teacher says, "All this I have tested by wisdom. I said, I will be wise, but it was far from me. That which is far off, deep, very deep. Who can find it out? I turn my mind to know and to search out and to seek wisdom and the sum of things, and to know that wickedness is folly and that foolishness is madness. I found more bitter than death the woman who is a trap, whose heart is snares and nets, whose hands are fetters. One who pleases God escapes her, but the sinner is taken by her. See, this is what I found," says the teacher, "adding one thing to another to find the sum, which my mind has sought repeatedly, but have not found. One man among 1,000 I found, but a woman among all these I have not found." Well, I think he's telling us there to avoid distractions, to stop trying to work stuff out that our little brains can't work out. I've realised that my small brain can work out very, very little. Like even looking at a camera in the middle of the screen whilst trying to read my paper that's down this way and the picture of my image is across here. But when I move my head, it's the opposite direction because it's mirror image. All confusing. So avoid distractions, and I've just distracted myself. But this turn against women, 3 evils are there: sea, fire, and women. That's attributed to Solomon. It says Solomon had 1,000 wives and concubines, and in his experience might well have had there been mentioned this passage. And there are suggestions that Solomon might be the author of Ecclesiastes, but we don't know. So he concludes, "See, this alone I found, that God made human beings straightforward, but they have devised many schemes." So basically, we have complicated the straightforward and keep doing it. Rather than going to the simple stupid, what was my training pitch? Was KISS, KISS. Keep it simple, keep it stupid. Worked for me. And we can be overfilled with words. I can be. So, looking in my combined Songs of Fellowship book, Song 1614, written by Martin Lozelle. I'll share in the words, and this can be our prayer, please. When words are not enough to tell of all you've done, I bow the knee, let silence speak, and gaze upon your majesty. These songs could not convey a picture of your love, and knowing this, my life I give to you, an offering of praise. And I surrender all, and I surrender all. Unveil my heart to see the wonder of your worth, as I surrender all, I surrender all. The worship you require is brokenness of heart. So here I stand with hope in hands, surrendered to your love and power. And I surrender all, and I surrender all. Unveil my heart to see the wonder of your worth, as I surrender all, as I surrender all. And may that be our prayer today, that we surrender all to Jesus and fix our eyes upon him. Amen. And God bless.